Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Tom Cox. I'm the founder of Vertical Motion, where we help mid-career professionals become executives. And today I'm excited to introduce to you Dr. Anthony Paravati. He is a recent graduate of the program, has had some tremendous success, and I'd love to just kind of have him share his story a little bit with you today. So with that, welcome, Anthony. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Tom. Thank you for having me.
So give the audience a little bit of your background, your professional background before you joined the ECA.
Absolutely. So I am a physician. I'm an oncologist with a busy clinical practice. And directly before joining the ECA, in addition to my clinical practice, where that's part of a large community health system in the Midwest of the United States, I was also operating in a director level role with responsibilities within a department, not a physician executive type role, but it was becoming clear that those opportunities would be there for me. And so I started to focus my attention on potentially missing elements of skills and even the ways I was communicating that would allow me or put me in a good position to move into that part of my career. And so that's what attracted me to you, Tom, your program.
That's fantastic. Give me a sense of like what were some of those challenges or obstacles that you were facing?
I think a challenge that physicians in particular face as they transition to the part of their career where they have increasing responsibility is how to make the transition from the substantial amount of individual contributor tasks and work that we have to do to the leadership elements and to the not only leading people, but leading teams of people or, building systems around ourselves and around our programs. So I was finding that without being intentional about the way I structured my time, that the time could be crowded out by all of simply the next task that I have to do. And so thinking, going through especially the initial elements of your course that are focused around understanding what truly drives you, what your skills are, what potential gaps you have was very helpful focusing mechanism for me to help sort of see beyond those obstacles and put a plan in place to get through them and to solve them.
That's awesome. What has been your experience? Can you describe what the being a part of this program has been like for you?
Being part of the program, I mean, there's many very positive elements of the program. I think being connected with people who are in the same place in their career as you, who have many of the same struggles as you, who come from other industries that might be more sophisticated in a number of ways, including, let's say, leadership development than your own, is helpful for idea generation, focusing. That sense of community helps you get out of your own head. We can be trapped in our own fears and our own sort of imposter syndrome, which everyone can relate to. And that's something that you can get past by having the community. But that's only one thing. I mean, obviously, there's you and your leadership and how much time you've put in to creating a very high yield program that is in no way onerous in terms of its requirements to sort of get the most out of the content. And then you've put a great team around you in terms of whether it's the recruiters who provide a great deal of practical advice from LinkedIn to how to be on social media to other successful executives that you brought in alongside yourself. So those are the three main elements that I think have made the course so positive for myself as well as many other members.
That's awesome. I'm really glad that it was such a good experience for you. Tell me a little bit about the outcome. So go through this program. The idea is to move to the next level in your career, and I think you've accomplished that.
Yes, that's right. The timing and things I've learned and especially the transformation in my thinking has been extremely timely as I transition to a role that is the physician executive responsible for the oncology program where we operate. So again, a large community health system, about 3 billion in annual revenue with an oncology program that essentially has a margin contribution of about 80 million annually. So I am the physician executive over that team, over that segment of our business, which is really growing, and there's so much work to do to continue to elevate the quality of what we offer. And so that's the role that I'm filling now. I think about it pretty much every week, Tom, the things I've learned in the course and how they are, I think, making me more effective in that role.
Yeah, you definitely one of my favorite clients to work with. I've enjoyed working with you. And it goes to show that this works not just in corporate environments, but also medical environments as well. That leadership is leadership. And you definitely leaned into all of the aspects of this, including moving past that imposter syndrome and realizing that you're just the next generation of leaders, that most best leaders are always uncomfortable being leaders. And that's kind of what you want, actually.
I completely agree with that. I mean, so, if I could add just in terms of the kind of person that I think is a great fit for you and your team, and I think that really describes it well. That sort of we have to market ourselves. We have to let the world know what we have to offer, how we think. But this is not the kind of place for let's say, the self-aggrandizing type of personality, that for the people who want it all to be about them. Because frankly, in most corporate environments and the environment I practice in, there's so many people, so many unsung people that we need to be successful. And so a big part of it is how we relate to others, how we cultivate relationships, how we're genuine and authentic authentic in those relationships with people is absolutely core to the success of any executive. For me, I think that's was in some ways a baseline part of my personality and my leadership profile, but it's reaffirming to know how important that is in interacting with you and the others in the course and seeing the success they've had and that they remark that the same thing has been their experience.
Excellent. That's amazing. If you think back to before you joined this program and then through all of the time that we've worked together these last several months, what advice would you give to someone who's considering joining this program as well?
I think piece of advice I would give them is this course is going to give people the most upside, the most benefit if they do have some, at least the beginnings of some leadership experience and some, again, maybe perhaps a director level role. The course is really probably starts to become powerful for people when they're in the range of 5 to 10 years, maybe into their career, some responsibility, maybe over small teams. So like some leadership experience, maybe not full P&L experience, but moving in that direction. And then if you to have a conversation with Tom or his team and you see that you align from a cultural fit, I think jump right in because I don't purport to understand everyone's situation, but investment in yourself that is being part of this program will be paid back, I think, multiple times throughout the rest of your career.
I appreciate you sharing all of that. I appreciate you sharing your story. It's been fun to watch from my perspective. Really enjoyed to get to know you. I enjoy getting to know as many clients as I possibly can, but your story has been an amazing one to follow. So I want to say thank you for popping in today and just having a quick chat with us.
It's my pleasure. It's me who has to thank you. And I look forward to continuing to be part of the course. And who knows what the future may bring in terms of other roles that I grow into and other things, more importantly, that I can learn and help other of your clients learn on their journey.
Awesome. So if you're somebody that's considering the Executive Career Accelerator, Anthony just kind of sharing with you his experience and hopefully it helps you make a decision. So with that, I'll let you go. Have a great one and I'll see you in the next one.